Well, what's going on, everybody? So, this is hopefully it works. I've been messing around all afternoon, kind of getting settings right and stuff, latency, delay, all that sort of stuff. So, I wanted to show you my new live streaming setup because I want to do more live stuff on Dylan Talks Tone channel. So, that's what this is about. Basically, just kind of giving it a test run through. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're using here to do all of this because I've put together a bunch of gear that I think I really like and I think is going to work pretty awesome. So do me a favor and say hello in the comments because we are, like I said, this is a test. I mean, it literally is a test. So what we've got here is before we were just using like iPhones and stuff and running it through a mixing board and an app that I had to purchase. And so now we're using OBS, which is a free software. But I just built this new gaming computer and we've not gone into a lot of it on the channel. I don't game, but I use it for video editing. And one of the other cool things that we can do with it is we can live stream. And so I'm super, super stoked to be able to kind of bring this back and really up the quality of the live streams. And so we're using the Sony A6500 camera right there. And I've got a new computer, which if you want me to dive deeper into some of this stuff, maybe we'll do another video on it. But basically, I've got a Coffee Lake 8700K i7 processor with a bunch of RAM, solid state drives, a gnarly graphics card. It's a super gnarly computer. It's really sweet. It's right over there. And we're using Adobe Premiere to edit with now instead of Final Cut because we went to the PC for that. And then over here, if you look over this way, maybe I've got new microphones coming too. I don't really like these microphones, but over here we've got the Caster Pro, which actually is a podcasting solution. I just came out with a video about it yesterday. And so this is, let's see, a little bit more volume. All right, I'll tell you what, we'll give you a little bit more volume. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like some of the levels and everything. And so anyway, so the Rodecaster Pro is pretty sweet. Here, let's add some applause. Yay. Anyway, it can do a lot of different things. We can do phone calls. We can do all kinds of other stuff. So phone calls, we can Bluetooth in things. We can do lots of stuff. Plus OBS over here. Whoops, sorry about that. And I'm getting rid of these microphones. I do not like these microphones. So these are going away. But that's the setup. The Sony A6500, that computer over there, this over here for audio. And I think I'm gonna bring back like a weekly live thing. I think it's a thing. I'm gonna do it during the day. I can't do it at night because we have too much. I mean, dude, I get up in the morning and make pickups. It's summertime, so we get up early in the morning. We make pickups early in the morning, and cables and stuff, and do all my shop work early in the morning. And see, that's why I don't like this thing until it gets hot. And then we spend time doing video production and such like that. And so in the afternoon, plus podcasts and all that other stuff. And then plus all the graphics production. I mean, everything. I'm literally working. I don't even want to say working because it's not really working, but it's just I'm going, 16, 17 hours a day until 10 o'clock at night. I might be watching Netflix, but I'm doing something. Last night I was making graphics, and so, yeah, between the guitar business, we've got a bunch of custom builds going right now. So between the guitar business and all of the video production stuff for my wife's channel, for my channel, and all the actual work we've got to do, it's hard for me to commit to like a Monday night at 9 o'clock like we did before. And so I think it's going to be Friday during the day, actually. So if you don't like your job and you're trying to get through Friday afternoon, I think that's when it's going to be. It's going to be a little bit wider topics and stuff like that. So I'm kind of excited about that. Here, hang on. Let's get through some of these comments. So I'm really excited. Thanks for not wearing your gangster caps. This is a one-time deal. I actually will be wearing a hat 99% of the time. I might wear them a little less because, believe it or not, this week I have glasses coming. That's a whole nother story. I went to the eye doctor last week, and I'm like this close to actually needing bifocals, if you could believe that. But, you know, it's the right age and everything. So anyway, so yeah, it's not very often you will not see me without a hat on. So, no, I will be wearing a hat most of the time. But I love this. I love the way the audio sounds through this. You can do all kinds of production, like live processing. So it's got a compressor built in that is on right now. It's got a noise gate that I could use if I wanted to. I don't care about it right now, but because it's quiet enough in here. But I mean, you could like run a fan in here and put the noise gate on and it would work. It's got ways to worry about plosives, which with this microphone is really bad, which I'm just not worried about it. It's got a de-esser. It's got all kinds of processing stuff, which is really, really, really super fun. What do you think of William Gelvin? Are you talking about Will's Easy Guitars? You know, I will tell you. I'll tell you a funny story about Will's Easy Guitars. First of all, if you're trying to get some kind of dirt out of me, you're not going to get it. You know that I don't talk bad about people. If you're new to this channel, you may not know that, but I have no reason to talk bad about anybody. But I will say one thing about Will's Easy Guitars. I'm super stoked that he had that channel and that he did as much as he did for as long as he did, because believe it or not, he was one of the people that inspired me to make this channel. He's been doing it a very, very long time, and I know that there are a lot of people that don't like him. I have no reason to not like him. He's never said anything mean to me or anything like that, so I have no reason to dislike the guy. And he might be a little edgy sometimes in his delivery. However, he's really smart, and I really, really appreciate the content that he put on the internet because, like I said, it inspired me to make this channel, and he was one of the people that did that. Because I was thinking when I was watching him, I was like, he gets super, super technical, and I'm like, well, I'm a few years younger than him, so maybe I can reach a little bit younger with the audience. And I didn't do that very effectively at first. We got kind of cerebral with a lot of the how-to stuff. But I think now it's getting better. I'm hoping that we're going to do better at reaching a younger audience and younger guitar players and people just coming up. And so I really, really do appreciate his channel didn't get banned. Are you sure? He says stuff like that. Here, we're gonna search this right now. Will's Easy Guitar. No, it didn't get banned. He's still there. He's got 113,000 subscribers, and he changed the name of it. It was Will's Easy Guitar. Now he calls it Will's Easy Guitar and other stuff. And but it's still the same channel. He's got 245 videos, and I think he took a lot of the videos down. He kind of simplified his stuff. I do follow him. He's one of the people that I do follow. I don't really follow all of the drama and stuff. I know that there was a lot of drama on the internets surrounding him. So I don't know all that stuff. I don't get involved in all that. Maybe that's why I don't have 113,000 subscribers. I wish I did. But anyway, that's why, basically. So that's it, man. I just wanted to share this. Thanks for hanging out for a few minutes, letting me test this stuff. I did a bunch of testing, but sometimes you just have to hit the button and do it for real and just go and that's what it is. I've got new mics coming. I really hate this mic. And So I'm super excited about that. We're gonna probably rearrange this stuff a little. I don't exactly know. Maybe put the camera in the corner, so I can have everything in front of me and not be looking off to the side like this. I'm not really sure. We might rearrange some things, but I want to make it where we can come in here every Friday, hit a couple buttons, and just go where it's not super complicated. But what do you think? I mean, the picture looks good. I think the audio sounds good. I love the way you express yourself and get your point across without belittling anyone. Uh, Dude, that's a serious thing with me. That's a real serious thing with me. Here's the thing about guitar people, okay? And this is going to sound belittling a little bit, but you'll understand my point in a minute. The thing about guitar people is they spend too much time worrying about what other people think and not enough time like shaping their own craft and their own playing and stuff. And so I'm not like that. I'm just like, this is how I want to do it. Like, if I want a guitar with a clear pick guard, I'll make a guitar with a clear pick guard. If I want to do something that somebody else hasn't done, I'll do it. And to me, people spend way too much time surfing the internet and not enough time playing. And that's why I want to really change the kind of the process of this channel. Because I feel like I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people that's contributing to, I'm smarter than you. I know more than you about this. Because I don't. I mean, dude, I go out and I learn this stuff too, man. Like, I don't know everything. I mean, I know a lot of stuff, but I don't. Nobody knows it all. And everything there's like 3,000 ways to skin a cat, especially when it comes to guitar stuff. There's way cool ways to do things that we haven't thought of yet. There's a lot of innovation to be done. And so for the people that get super stuck in one way of doing it, or when people get stuck in like, this is the only way, and if you do it different, you suck. And if you play a Kemper, you suck. And if you blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I have no tolerance for it. I don't care to even have or entertain those conversations because that's counterproductive to what music is supposed to be. And so that's kind of why I'm having more fun with this other stuff. So if you have been a subscriber for a long time and you tune into one of these things and you're like, you're not talking about capacitors or something, honestly, it's because I'm talking about stuff that I'm having fun doing and that makes me feel creative. And if I feel creative, if I've found something that's made me feel creative in a musical way or audio production way, it's Dylan Talks Tone. It doesn't have to be about nut material all the time. It's Dylan Talks Tone. So anything to do with music that makes me feel creative and want to do the next thing and learn the next thing and pass that on, and expand that audience, then I'm going to do it. And so I think some people have tuned into the channel lately and maybe they've gotten a little disappointed by that we're not talking about the same old nerdy stuff. But man, how many times can you talk about paint on a guitar? Really? I mean, come on. So move along to more things that are more productively creative, right? And inspire each other and like infect each other. Like, I got a new thing and I'm super excited about it and I want to do stuff. So now I'm going to produce a whole new thing and I'm going to produce this whole new line of content because I got this new thing and I'm excited about it. Like, that's what should happen. When you go buy a new set of guitar strings, you put them on the guitar and you're like, oh man, I love these. Talk about what you love. Stop talking about what you hate so much. And like, I got this new set of strings and it inspired me to play a thing. Don't get on the internet and be like, I got these new strings. What does everybody think? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know they sucked. Like, it's just kind of counterproductive. So kind of swapping that whole mindset around for me personally as well. So I know that's a little tangent, but as you come to this channel and you see new stuff and different stuff, that's why, because we got to bring in more people, younger people, enjoy that, and not younger, but just, there's a ceiling on the amount of people that are interested in what nut material is made of and how it compares to their 59 Les Paul. I mean, that there is a ceiling to that. Let's get caught up on some questions here. Let's see. Audio sounds great in headphones. You'd feel a lot better not having the mic in your face. Yeah, so I'm getting a pod mic. It's by Rode as well, and it's engineered to go with this thing, and it's going to go on a stand from the bottom, and it's going to come up like this. So I'll basically be able to be. This microphone is designed to talk straight into it like this instead of into the end of it. You know the way the cardioid pattern is. So I just anyway. I'm excited for that to come. Let's go through some questions. Question: is it possible to wire a standard Strat 3 single coil pickups with a 5-way switch, 1 volume and 2 tones for neck and bridge pickups on when in the middle or number 3 position? Let's see. For 1 volume and 2 tone pots for the neck and the bridge pickups on. I don't exactly understand what that means. Off topic. You'd like to see. It's not off topic. This is a great conversation. Let's keep having it. This is right on topic. I would like to see more on pickup winding and tone shaping. What's the difference between Kemper and audio plugins such as UADs? Yeah, you know what? Those are both really good questions. In fact, I got my notepad right here, and I'm going to write them down because these are really good questions. So you want to talk more about pickup winding. So I am actually considering putting together a pickup winding course, sort of like the Skillshare thing, but I'm thinking I'm actually going to put it on my own website. So be patient with that because that's a lot of production time and a lot of work. But I am really, really considering doing it to where and give you like parts lists and everything, like where you could go and order like all this stuff if you don't have it already. If you do, it's fine. And then put it all together in a class that you could actually learn from beginning to end how to wind a single coil, how to wind a P90, how to wind a humbucker, and really dive into that stuff. So, okay. And then Kemper versus plugins. That is a great question. Versus plugins. And you know what? I have some good plugins. I have the bias effects. So I'm going to just put in parentheses here. Bias effects, and we can talk about that. There is a huge difference. The modeling technology is totally different than that. So I will, but we can dive into that. That's a great question. That's a really good question. I think I saw you say something about that the other day, and I apologize for not answering. Sometimes, some days it just doesn't. I can't keep up with everybody. So anyway, well, hey guys, thanks for hanging out. I didn't even mean for it to take this long, but of course I went off on that little rant because I want to be a positive influence. I want to grow too. Like I feel like the nicer we are and the cooler stuff we talk about, and we kind of open it up a little bit and kind of bring in more creative elements to this thing, that I think that our audience will grow. I think the material will appeal to more people. And for those of you that are like diehards, I want to hear about nuts and pots and stuff. That's all there. We have 450 videos already that talk about all that stuff, and we can talk about it again as those needs come up. But I encourage you, if you are stuck in that zone, to kind of reach out with me a little bit. Like as we pull in, the ice cream truck's going by, as we pull in, different interests and cool new things, like please be a part of that. If you're like a diehard tube capacitor nut nerd guy, when we start talking about plugins and we start talking about Kemper stuff, just be open to it because it's 2019. And we could talk about this on a podcast, and I have talked about it before, but I mean, 5 years from now, it's going to be really, really hard to get tubes. The whole thing is changing. And I heard something a couple weeks ago, and I'll close with this and I'll let you guys go. But I heard something the other day, and it was by the guy who created all of the special effects for Star Wars. And he was a stop motion animator. And as computer effects came in, he was worried about himself being like irrelevant. And one of the things he said, and I'll never forget it, is that technology doesn't replace the knowledge that you have of the things that came before. So it's your responsibility. It's not technology's fault, because that's going to continue to go on without you. It's your responsibility to take that knowledge and adapt that knowledge to whatever thing is coming along. Otherwise, you will get left behind and you will become irrelevant. So a lot of people want to blame computers and laptops and technology and stuff. But guess what? All this technology is the reason I'm able to sit here and have this conversation with you. So people blame the technology, but so that's what I would close with right now. And that's kind of where this channel is going. That whole mindset of, is that the future coming doesn't negate what you already know. So just figure out how to adapt what you know to what's coming. And then you'll be a positive contribution to it. So anyway, that's my little thing about it. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out. This was really cool. Now I got to figure out how to shut this off because this is new. I hope you all have a good one. And we will probably talk to you. I'll be in New York City this weekend. So I might jump back on Friday if I have some time to do my live thing on Friday. I don't know if I'm going to bring all this or not, but we'll see. I have a portable solution in mind. We'll see what happens, and maybe we'll be able to hang out a little bit on Friday as well. And I'm going to do my whole news thing like I did last week, but I think I'm going to do it live on Fridays just for a little sneak peek of that. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Share all the stuff. I really do appreciate it. And make sure you like the videos when you watch them. That really does help me out. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to y'all soon.